Welcome back, Grams, to our broadcast channel. We are where you saw not long ago. We just want to pop in and show y'all the special mini episode before the big week.
That's right. It's that time of year to give our thanks and be thankful for what we got. So Jay, what are you thankful for?
You shall find out the trivia. Let's roll the clip. I'm here with
Olivia.
Jackson.
Miss Russell?
Maka.
So what do you call a baby turkey?
I don't even know this, but I'm gonna say a turkey.
I don't know, a hen or something? Turkey, lit, chick, something?
A pout?
A rooster?
No, a poult.
Oh, okay.
And how heavy do you think the biggest pumpkin ever recorded was?
Oh, my guess would be 523 pounds.
500 pounds. 700 pounds.
No.
Alright, like 2,000, 4,000 pounds.
2,749 pounds.
Oh my goodness, that's a big pumpkin.
Good afternoon, y'all. This is Jay Gillis, your thankful man for today. So today, I'm starting a chain of thankfulness by passing this pumpkin to someone else who I'm thankful for. With someone who's always been my friend in this middle school journey. I hope he catches it, though.
Hi, my name is Carson, and I just wanted to pass this pumpkin off to a certain someone who has inspired me to run every day and do cross country. I've been very thankful for this person. They've inspired me, and I'm just really happy for them.
My name's Coach Purdy, and I'm going to pass the pumpkin to someone I can always count on.
Hi, my name is Ms. Garcia, and I am passing the pumpkin to an outstanding student. He's an excellent student. He's always ready to learn and ask so many great questions. He has a great attitude, and again, he's just all around an awesome student.
Hi, my name is Luca, and I'm thankful for my friend. He's always been there for me since 3rd grade, and he's really helped me out.
I'm Jack, and I'm thankful for someone who's always there for me and puts a smile on my face every day.
Hi, my name is Xander, and I'm going to pass this pumpkin to someone who has helped me understand and appreciate ILA more than I originally thought I liked it.
Oh, hi, I'm Mr. Eldridge, and I'm thankful for a teammate of mine, fellow teacher, who is a great leader, very passionate about students, cares a lot for them, is very inspiring. So that I am thankful.
Oh, good catch. Okay, I am thankful for a certain person who has been my ride or die for almost a decade at Roach, and I couldn't do this job without her. Oh.
I'm thankful for the veterans who have served our country so well. What are you guys thankful for?
Yo, I love that Miss Kane mentioned the veterans. Speaking of veterans, Lucia, you have a veterans in your family? The fathers of my family served, so I'm just curious.
Yes, my great-grandfather was in the Navy. I guess we both have family in the military.
Speaking of the military, let's cut our interviews with our gratefully served veterans in this school.
Yes, I would love to know more about their experience, so let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Nolan, and I'm here with
Mr. Ringler.
Miss Calvin. So I heard you guys were in the military, so we have like 4 questions for you. And first one is, can you tell me a little about your military time, and what branch were you in, and where did you serve?
So I am Miss Calvin. As you know, I teach 8th grade ILA. I served in the Louisiana Army National Guard for a total of 17 years. We really stationed anywhere in the Army, but I did serve or deployed twice to Iraq. So I did get that experience of going overseas.
And I'm Mr. Ringler, and I did 12 years in the Army. I've already forgotten the question, but I think it was, where did I serve? I served all over the place, and California. If anywhere there was a desert, that's where I was serving. You know, big into desert and mountains. I did any place, if it was really uncomfortable there, I served there. That's and that was fun. You know, you look back on it, I did.
That's pretty cool. All right. So, second question is, what were some of your favorite moments or things that happened to you, and what were some challenges, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, because so I can turn it, wrap that all into one, because one of my, I'm not going to say favorite moments, but one of my most memorable moments was deploying to Iraq, because I was pretty young. I just had joined, just had finished being that annual training in school to actually be able to go overseas. So it was a challenge because I had to learn a lot to go over there and learn a different culture. And it did teach me a lot because now I'm able to identify with other people back here in America to see how I need to learn about other people so that I can be respectful or just being aware, self-awareness. And a challenge also is because when I went, I did have to leave my daughter behind, and it was kind of hard and challenging to not being able to call her every day, see her every day, or just not have that communication that I would like.
What she said, that was really good, though. I mean, come on. What was challenging? You know, everything was challenging, and every day you didn't think you were going to make it, even during the training, you know. And every time that you did, it felt good. And it, you know, I did get to travel all over the world, and I did get to go to some scary places and lots of desert. But I also got to go to Europe and just just work on learning. I learned one time I had to learn German for 6 months, literally eating in restaurants and just wandering around Europe. I mean, there were some good and bad things, but you know, the bad things, they all just disappear. I've spent just when Iraq happened, it just totally changed everybody's life. And it took 3 months for me of waiting to go to realize that the thing was going to end before I actually got there. So that was really crazy. But yeah, I have great memories. I stepped on a rattlesnake. How many people can tell stories about that? Literally stepped on the snake and couldn't do anything except for hold my hand up like that. And the snake was coiling under my boot. I had to move my team around the snake, and we couldn't make noise. So afterward, I had to see if I had been bitten, which I hadn't been, but it was so crazy. Who would ever get that opportunity if they didn't play with Uncle Sam, right?
Yeah.
Go Army.
That's crazy. Third question is, how did your military service influence your perspective on teamwork and working with others?
So it did influence my respect on teamwork because I did have to learn that you can't do it alone. You needed to rely on other people in order to get tasks done. I also learned that it does keep stress down, so it is necessary to delegate tasks, and just being able to work together makes the workload a lot lighter.
I better look at my notes on this. I had my team help. All right, well, teamwork in the military, you got to use it or you won't make it. I know from training. I mean, if you're trying to climb up and over a vertical face on a mountain, you won't be able to do it by yourself. You need somebody to hold your line. So, I mean, it's just so different than in the civilian world, but you learn teamwork. It's just a natural state. And when you come to the civilian where you bring those skills with you, and it really helps you have a huge edge up on other folks that maybe haven't had the opportunity to work in a team. But yeah, teamwork. It's all about teamwork. That you're only as good as your weakest link. So, you know, that sort of really makes you work. You know, builds that friendship. Because you always gotta be great helping that last dude up, and I don't know. Hopefully, it translated well to becoming a teacher. Sort of like war.
It's actually fun. It's fun to learn teamwork because they give us tasks, and you like looking at these blocks, and they tell you had to get like over this obstacle. And at first, because you just meet each other, basic training, and you're like, okay, how are we gonna do this? And feeding out for other people's ideas helps us get it together until you're able to get it done. So you realize that hey, we need to feed off of each other in order to make this work.
All right, so for last question, what lesson did you learn from your time in the military that you think could be valuable for young people?
Right. So everybody know that they think Miss Calvin is strict, but one of the things that I did learn from the military is discipline. People see discipline as a negative thing, and it's not. It's all about learning. Discipline is a process that if you believe that you can do something because you have self-control, you become more confident in doing that task. So it's not because Ms. Calvin's being mean. I know that you believe in yourself more and be more confident in attacking something where you have that self-control that's necessary in order to grow and go to different areas in life. So I think it's important that young people do learn that discipline is not something negative. It's positive. And it's going to help them in the future to attack other tasks. And you'll be able to do, I think with discipline, you can do anything.
Hey, look, nothing that is easily done is worth doing. That's what you can learn from the military. I mean, if they made it easy, everybody do it. What would be the point, you know? And you know, most of the things that I accomplished, I didn't think I could do it. Period. As a matter of fact, I would usually start out by saying, "There's no way I will do that thing," and then I would do that thing. I would just one after another, and if you live your life that way, you realize that it turns into success down the road. You can't. Most people sell themselves short. It's amazing all the things that people are capable of doing.
All right, so that's some great advice. So thank you for serving, and thank you for helping us with this video.
Thank you.
Well, I guess it's time to return to class.
Yes, thank you for joining us in this special episode.
We are thankful for y'all for being an amazing audience and being a part of the RAM community. Bye for now, Rams. As always, we are KTRR News, and we're keeping Rams real.